Hey folks, Jonathan again. Did a little trading around and picked up a piece for our rat rod here. And some of you might know what this is, and some may not. This is actually a Manley hand crank wrecker boom, and they started this design in 1931, and I'd say this one's somewhere in the early 30s, but needs a lot of work. Got some twisted boom and twists and bends and probably a few cracks here and there and rusty and you name it. And main shaft and handles bent, or not main shaft but the secondary one, and this one here. But we're going to straighten this thing back out. Now I'm not going to do all the work on it the day of the build. I'm going to go ahead and get this set up and ready, and we'll just make it where we can just slide it in and bolt it down. But just something a little extra I wanted to add to it. But these are nice old booms, and you know, they're kind of hard to find now. Every once in a while you'll run along one, but most of them's been junked. And I just did a little trading for this one, and I traded an old parts tractor I had for it. But it's pretty original. It's got the original pulley on the bottom, on the end of it there, and we'll get us a cable hooked up on it and put a hook on it. But it is missing the tube that goes from here, actually slides into here, and you pin it. But the you know, they was evidently using the chain. They had the chain, but there's a few pictures of these and advertisements of originals, so we'll be able to go through, and you know, we're not going to make it back original, but I mean, we're not so worried about that as to worry about, you know, making it look right and look decent. But we'll get a piece of pipe in there and maybe grind some of the old welds and stuff off and try to make it look a little better, and of course straighten that shaft out. And I believe there's a cast, you know, bearing holder here that's busted, but I can either make one or you know, just try to straighten that one out, weld it up, maybe move it to the other end if they're the same, and put the good one on this side, because this is where the crank's at. We'll get that shaft straight. Don't think it'll be any problem to get it fixed up. And I can actually see got a little crack on the main gear here, but like I said, we're not too worried about using it. But I can actually see I can see some red paint on it. Alright fellas, sorry about that. But what I was looking at on this, one thing, they have welded these on the bottom, and you know, they're bolted everywhere else, and I don't feel any holes back there. So but it's bent. The whole unit is bent. You can see the gear. If you look at the gear on the main winch there, you'll see how much of it's bent. And so I'm going to have to try to do some twisting and stuff to get this thing back. You know, I'll probably cut this loose, put a porta power or something between here, and then maybe heat this. You can see it's bent in here. So I mean, it's got a lot of issues. It was probably beat around the junkyard. But you know, the whole point and the whole fact is that it still exists and it's here, and we can do something with it. And but I just wanted to show you that. Like I said, we're going to throw it on the rat rod, and you know, it'll be an easy slide in and bolt down. So it won't take really much extra time on this, but I'll get it all good and ready for it, and you know, at least get it straightened out. I'm not so worried about the paint or the rust, but we'll see if we can get it straightened out. Alright, until next time, bye.